Hello and welcome back to Module 3, Lesson 5, our last lesson in this module, where we look at how to keep your strategy alive and the training for sustainability and long-lasting durability. At any stage, feel free to pause the video to take notes, rewind to hear information again, or stop the video to complete a learning activity. Let's begin. In this lesson, we will cover 3 topics, each of which have been designed to guide you along the first steps of setting up your social enterprise. These include the Deming cycle, uninterrupted development, the client engagement and observation methods and techniques, and risk analysis. Let's first take a look at the Deming cycle. The Deming cycle is a method we looked at partially in previous lessons. How to keep strategy together with the structure, its processes, activities, and efficiency. That's very much like the Deming cycle. There are 4 major steps in the cycle, which are 1. Plan, 2. Do, 3. Check, 4. Act, and continue. This cycle helps to sustain the uninterrupted, continuous strategic planning. Remember, it's not entirely about the result, it's about the process. Keep it continuous, keep it uninterrupted in implementation, and equally important in the improvement. Plan, do, check, act. Topic 2, Client Engagement, looks at using client engagement as a technique for strategy sustainability. In the previous lesson, we learned how to engage the team in strategic planning and its preparation. We placed them at the point somewhat higher in importance to the clients. But of course, client observation and client engagement is an equally important part. You must consider what your clients think, feel, and how their needs and wishes are met. Place the client survey within your strategy map and let clients not only evaluate but engage in your strategy. The best results may come from observation of your clients rather than a survey of your clients. Finally, risk analysis, an important tool for keeping your strategy alive and avoiding risks. In time, as your company evolves, you will want to implement a separate risk management process in your structure. But for now, I would suggest to connect your risk analysis with your SWOT analysis. Looking particularly at threats, these would be the risks that you are facing. Come up with a plan on how to avoid these threats. Sometimes it can be your strengths, sometimes it can be your opportunities. But make your SWOT analysis an interrelated structure. Once you come up with a plan of avoiding risks, engage people in doing these activities. Risk analysis is also part of strategic management, and remember how important it was to engage people in that. This will create a tradition of people engagement. Also remember co-production with clients. They are valuable in identifying your risks, sometimes better than you can do it yourself. And they can also provide you with information on how to avoid those risks. In previous lessons, we mentioned measuring efficiency, measuring risk management, and impact is important too. You can go several steps further and measure. You can manage what you can measure and vice versa. What you cannot measure, you cannot manage. So measurement of the performance in detail. It sometimes means time, working man hours, number of resources, systems to be used, applications, how much time can be spent on one activity, and so on and so forth. So measurement of performance in details. Even these 4 activities in the beginning would be very sufficient for your risk analysis and risk management in your social enterprise. As the learning empowerment for this lesson on strategy, sustainability, and long-term durability, I invite you to consider what you could change in your strategy in line with the Deming cycle, uninterrupted development. Connect them to the KPIs. Maybe it can be even quantified. These things decrease or increase as something changes, so this would be time for a strategy change as well. It's useful if you can identify under what circumstances should you consider redefining or redeveloping your strategy. Strategy update is, as we've mentioned, the very core of the strategy, which is the reason why when so much has changed in socioeconomics, the strategy as a development instrument has remained fundamental. In this uninterrupted development process and sustainability, always check if the changes that you've implemented in your activities, processes, measurement details are still leading towards the vision and fulfillment of your mission. These two will be the elements of the strategy that change the least, but you should always check if the changes in other elements are still leading you towards the vision, and if the change still fulfills the mission of your social enterprise strategy. With this, we've come to the end of Module 3. Throughout this course, we looked at the strategy, strategic planning and implementation. We have also looked at the evolution of these ideas, why and how this strategy has emerged. Finally, we have looked at why it remains fundamental in societal co-governance, proving that social enterprise is a perfect place for a blue ocean strategy because of partnerships forged with businesses and public institutions. We looked at the principles, methods, and tools of the strategy and its planning. We looked at the strategic planning and its implementation specifics and particulars, including the potential for sustainability and long-lasting durability in the last lesson. Looking forward to seeing you again in the next module.